Hello everybody, and thanks for coming back to my channel. I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, Mercari, and Relove. My name's Riley, or Honey Rags. If you're new to my channel, that's what I go by on my platforms. I'm a full-time mother of 3 boys, all 5 years and under as well, so it gets pretty busy around here. Today I want to do a video on my Poshmark selling strategy. So my selling strategy changes based on which platform I'm selling on, but today I'm just going to focus on Poshmark. It's educating as a reseller to see what's working for other people, even if that doesn't completely correlate with what is working for you. Either way. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys a Poshmark reselling haul that I plan to have listed by the end of the week. So if you are just interested in the haul video, just fast forward the video a little bit until you see me going through clothing, and that would be the haul. So now that I've been doing this for a while, obviously my average price point has gotten higher, and I really don't like buying things unless I'm confident that I can resell them for at least $15. And that sounds like a very low number for some resellers. I know a lot of resellers who, unless you're reselling from the bins, it's more practical, but the Goodwill outlet, which I have a separate video on, but I know a lot of resellers who would think like $15 is a very low number to start. But the reason I say $15 is because I have good luck with bundle sales. I have, you know, I don't want to say I have more than the average reseller, but I think when you have things at all different types of price points in your closet, and you have a good like collection of lower price point items that can be bundled together, I think you're more likely to get bundles than if your price point for every single item is like $50 to $75. So don't take my word for it. But I do notice a pattern with like my $15 to $20 items where they will get bundled together a lot. And even if they don't, if I buy something for $3 and I sell it for $15, after the $3 is taken away, it's a $9 profit. That's not horrible, you know, if I'm picking up 10 things on average at each stop. It really doesn't take me that long to list and measure and take pictures of my items. So I'm really fine with the $15 mark right now. Now, in the future, I would love to change that. I would love to only pick things up that I think will sell for $20 or more, and then $25 or more. But I don't live in an area where I find like YSL and Prada and stuff like that. So my bread and butter brands are a pretty good source of income through Poshmark and reselling clothing. But I do like my average price point, not my lowest price point, but I do like my average to stay over $20. I just like to keep it over that, or else I kind of feel like I'm selling myself short. So my selling strategy today is a lot different in contrast than it was when I first started. I do want to cover that area real quick, because when I first started reselling, I had so many bad buys. It was hard for me within the first 3 months to get over my initial investment. I call it like a mound, because it felt like a mound the first few months that I was reselling. You know, I would look at my logbook, because I kept a logbook from the very beginning, because I mean, I've been reselling since 2016, so I knew to at least keep a logbook to see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And it was really depressing sometimes, because I thought that I was like doing really good because I was having sales from the beginning pretty consistently. But I would look at my logbook and think, last month I spent $300 on inventory, and I barely made a profit back after you think about all the gas money that I spent and all the time and effort that I put into those items. And then when you first start, you have to get the clothing steamer and, you know, all the necessities, you know, the sweater shavers, stuff like that, the shipping supplies. So there was a point where I was like, okay, this isn't for me. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go back to reselling vintage stuff. But I'm glad I didn't, because once I got over that initial investment to where everything I sourced in my inventory and actually started making a profit, it kind of just snowballed from there. I can't really think of when that happened, but I want to say it was around the end of the second month that the beginning of the snowball effect started happening, right? Where I was having consistent daily sales and I was turning a profit. Even if I went and sourced $90 worth of stuff that day, I would have made that money back by the next day, or at least the day after that. So once that snowball effect started happening, I got a lot of confidence and I stopped having so many bad buys, because I just started leaving things behind. So now that I'm more selective about it, I buy less, so my investment is less. You know, at the beginning of the month, my investments are less than what they were when I first started, and I'm making more. So it's like a win-win on both sides. So here's my selling strategy now. At the beginning of the week, on Sundays for me, I have a big whiteboard, and I would show you guys, but I don't want to mess up like the whole camera thing, but it's at the other side of my kitchen. I have a whiteboard of how many items I have sold and how much I've spent on inventory that week. I like to see the reflection on how much I've sourced versus how much I've made. So if I keep sourcing more and more and more, but how much I'm making is kind of like at a plateau, I know to change something that I'm doing, like start sharing more or start sourcing less and focus less on new listings and more on the ones I already have, and vice versa. If I'm sourcing, you know, less and less and less, but I'm having more and more and more sales, maybe I should go get more items to catch up with this and keep this this sales bubble going. So I don't have numbers for you guys. I thought before I did this video that I would like do a notebook and just show you guys some numbers, but it really does change every week. When I first started, I logged every single piece, and which is a great strategy. It's a great idea, but it just did not work for me. It really was hard to keep up with, and every time something sold, I'd have to go find it in my logbook because I actually wrote it down manually instead of like on my phone or my iPad. So, but when I first started selling, I would write down everything that I bought, I would log it all, and then every time I sold that piece, I would write down how much it sold for, and then I would write down my actual net profit after the fees and all that. Which was great, but I like seeing the bigger picture, so I'm a bigger picture type of person. It's more motivating and more easy for me to track if I look at the 50 things I sold that week, or at least, you know, for these past few days. A lot of people ask me, well, how long after you list something do you consider it a bad buy if it doesn't sell? So I've obviously had my share of bad buys, and I think an item starts to get stale, or what I would consider stale, after about 3 months have passed. So some people think that they've had a bad buy after something doesn't sell for a month, and they start price dropping it and offering it to likers and basically clearancing it out, which makes sense because of fast fashion. But I think an item really gets stale once it's been sitting for a few months. And like I've said in a previous video, I'm a firm believer in waiting for the right buyer. So I've been firm with my price many times, where I've sat on, you know, a pair of jeans at $40 that people have made me offers on. I've been sitting on them for 3 months, but I'm firm on the price and I'm waiting for the right buyer. And then the right buyer comes and pays full price or gives me a really good offer, like $35. So it depends on the item. Obviously with fast fashion, you don't want to sit on something for like seasons and seasons and seasons, but my bad buys to me are more like things that I just pretty much regret buying. I have things that I've been sitting on for months that I still don't consider bad buys because I know that they're worth what I'm asking, or at least close to that. But my bad buys for me are more things that I just regret buying. So if I could go back to the beginning of when I first started reselling, and within that first 3 months, if I could go through everything that I brought home, I would probably only pick up like 20% of that today. That's how drastically my my inventory really has changed. But like I said in a previous video, I'm happy with all of the styles in my closet right now. I'm more style selective than I was when I first started. So I share my closet between 2 and 3 times a day. I get the most activity between noon and 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is like my sweet spot. And unfortunately, I always try to share my closet and community share around that time, but that's also when my children are extremely busy and rambunctious. A couple hours after lunch, they're ready for their snacks, so I don't always get to share my closet around that area. But 2 to 3 times a day is what I shoot for. I'm not the biggest fan to offer to likers. It hasn't brought me in tens of thousands of dollars in profit offering to likers, honestly. I know some people swear by it, but I don't focus on it that much. But what I will do is if I list something, if I freshly list something and somebody likes it within, the first 30 or 40 minutes, maybe an hour of it being listed, and they like it, I'll send out an offer to that person, which is just sending it out to all likers. But I like to send out my offers recently after people have liked the item, because as a shopper myself, I do lots of online shopping on like Poshmark and Mercari. When I like something, it's like fresh on my mind, and if I like it, I'm considering buying it, but I want to look at my other options. So if somebody sends me an offer while I'm looking at my other options, I might stop looking at the other options and just go accept that offer because it's more reasonable than what I first thought when I first liked the item. So I like to send out like recently after people have liked the item. I don't like to do it like a minute after they've liked it. Like I don't like to get the notification on my phone and instantly go send them an offer. I feel like although that probably works great for some people, I just feel like I just want to wait just a couple minutes, just give them some breathing time. So I'm sure there's lots more that I could think about to tell you guys, but for the most part, I just want to kind of like throw out some of my seller strategies and what has changed for me throughout the time that I've been on Poshmark. So thank you for watching. Like I said, the haul is going to be right after this. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram name is honey.rags, and from there's a link tree to all of my platforms. So thank you for watching, and if you want to see the haul, just keep the video playing. Like I said, it's a bread and butter haul. This was from multiple thrift shops over the past week, honestly. I hadn't found anything crazy great, but everything I did find, I'm pretty happy with. So happy selling. So I have everything organized by style, pretty much. I'm just gonna start with the tank tops. I found this BKE boutique. I've never seen a charm label like this, but I usually leave behind BKE. I think it's sold at Buckle. Although the retail price is up there, it's just pretty saturated. I find lots of it, so I usually just leave it behind. But this piece has really intricate beading at the bib. It's just really, really heavy. This feels like a pound of beads. So it just feels really nice, good quality, and it's something just unique. I figured it would be an exception to the brand. I found the St. John top, so it's nothing special. It's just like a shorter top, and it has this area of discoloration, which I'm super sad about. I didn't see that in the store. It's also a petite size. This one I will probably just put for like $15 on eBay. It's really hard for me to leave St. John behind, so I definitely picked this up out of just the brand. I found this Life is Good top. So Life is Good has a pretty big following. It's been around for a while. You guys probably know. Their graphic tees, they're a pretty quick flip for me. I'll probably list this one around $15. So not a big ticket flip, but I think it'll be out the door pretty quickly at that price. I found this shirt. It's a Mini Cooper graphic top, I think. I could be totally wrong, but I think this is like the Mini Cooper car logo. So I figured that this is something that's probably harder to find. Maybe, I don't want to say like unique, but I couldn't really leave this behind because I feel like it would be really cute for someone who drives a Mini Cooper. I do think it's a woman's, so I will probably list this one around $20, but I still have to look up the comps. I also found this Vans off the wall graphic top. Vans is just one of those brands that doesn't really go out of style. It hasn't gone out of style, at least. So I will probably start this one around $15 as well. With my graphic tees, I don't expect to get a whole lot out of them unless there's something like extremely unique or a really higher end brand graphic tee. I found this it's hard to show you guys, but it's a Urban Renewal by Urban Outfitters, I believe. Brand new with tags. Reverse print top. I shouldn't say reverse print. But yeah, the coloring of this is actually on the inside of the shirt, which is pretty cool. Because this one's new, it retailed at $28.95. I'm probably gonna list it around the same price, which I usually don't list at retail, but I feel like this one would be harder to find. Disney's really hot right now. This is a really cute design and it's new with tags, so I think I'm gonna list it around $28. I found this J. Crew top. Again, I usually don't pick up J. Crew, but this has like just like these really cute, I don't want to say pinstripes, but it reminds me of pinstripes. They're a little bit further spaced from each other, but it's just, this would be like a really cute career style top. And it's J. Crew Black Label, so it's not like an outlet top. I also leave Loft behind for the most part, but like I've told you guys in my previous video, like I'm trying to be more selective about my styles, which also means picking up brands that I might be picking up more for the style than the brand itself. So Loft is obviously a good brand, but it's not anything special, but this is really cute. It's like one of these box tops. I will probably list this one around $20 to start. I also found this Tommy Bahama like oversized top. When I first saw it, I thought it was a swim cover, and then I realized it had like buttons, so maybe it's like more of a blouse, but it feels like it could be used as a swim cover still. It has a couple of pulled threads that I'm going to have to fix, but I think I will list this one around $25 to start, which seems kind of high, but this like palm leaf or banana leaf, whatever it is, this print is still pretty trendy right now. I found this Pure Jill linen. So I have told you guys as well with J. Jill, Pure Jill, I don't pick up J. Jill anymore, but her linen pieces I think are an exception to that. So I do think this one is just pure linen. It's just super simple, like vest tie front top. I will probably start this one at $20. This is another J. Jill, Pure Jill linen top. This one I really love. It's oversized and it's this soft color block print with this seam down the middle. I'm probably honestly going to start this one around $25, which seems high for just a Pure Jill top, but because it is linen and color block, I think it will do well, and I think that's a fair price. I also don't pick up White House Black Market anymore, but this one, I found a lot of exceptions this trip. So when I tell you guys, oh, I usually don't pick this up, there's always exceptions to that. But I just couldn't leave this one behind. It has this like chain link pattern, which is still trending right now. I will probably start this one at $20. It is an extra small, which some people, you know, say is a harder size to sell. I haven't had any issues with it yet, but we will see. I also found this Guess, I don't know if this is like lingerie or a dress. It could be worn as either, honestly, but Guess isn't like this crazy good brand to find like it used to be, but leopard print is really trendy, really hot right now, so I think this one will do well on Poshmark. I will probably list it for about $25 to start. Some Calvin Klein dresses. Calvin Klein dresses are a hit or miss. I actually find lots of them around me. I don't know what it is about my area. There are always so many Calvin Klein dresses to choose from when you go thrifting. I usually leave them behind, but this one has like this starburst tie-dye look. It's super bright. So I think this one will do well. I'll probably start it at $30, which seems kind of high, but I always expect to get offers on things, especially dresses for some reason. So I will start that around there. I also found this Calvin Klein contrast dress, which is like, I don't know, it looks like a negative picture. It looks like someone took a negative picture and put it up against, you know, this like striped pink pastel pattern. I think I'll start this one around $40. I am a sucker for this contrast print. I love it. I think it will do well. I also found this J. McLaughlin dress. J. McLaughlin is a good brand to pick up. It retails for, you know, a pretty penny. I will probably list this one around $40 to $50. I also found this Athleta top, so I'm trying to step into more summer wear and stop picking up so much winter and off season. Well, I shouldn't say off season because it is still February, but I'm trying to focus on getting summer stuff ready, but I couldn't leave this one behind. It's in pretty good condition, so I think I will list this one around $25. One September dress, which I believe is an Anthropology brand. So the size tag is removed. It does feel like it was meant to be oversized, so I'll have to do some measurements and research on this. But I think I'll list it for around $25 to $30, which I'm not sure if that's overpriced or not. I'm not too familiar with this brand, so I have to look up the comps. I also found this Bowden dress. It's a size 16, so that's a good size. It's pretty long. I don't want to say, I don't want to say maxi dress, but I think I'll list this one for maybe around $25 to $30 as well. I do have to look up comps on this pattern. Bowden does well for me if it's like a bright tropical pattern. This one's a little more dull, so I'll have to see. I found this Banana Republic Dillon shirt. I've told you guys before, but I love contrast floral prints. So when you have like the bright neon or the pastels against like a darker black or just darker purple, blue, whatever, I am a sucker for them. So I wouldn't always pick up Banana Republic, but this one isn't an outlet one. You can always tell by looking at the tag if it has the diamonds underneath the lettering, it's an outlet. Sometimes it will just say Banana Republic outlet. So this one I think I'll start at around $20 as well. I think that sounds reasonable because of the print. This one I have good luck with cut from the cloth jeans. A lot of people say that they can't move them, but I have pretty good luck with them around the $20 range. This is like a button-up, I don't know, blazer jacket. And I do think that this is an older label, and by older I don't mean like super old. I just probably a couple years old, but I don't know how well their jackets do. I just couldn't leave this one behind. It's not my style, but I do think it's pretty cute. I think it'll look cute in my closet. I don't totally know the comps, but I'm guessing maybe around $20 or $25 is what I will list it for. I'm not gonna try to get anything crazy out of it. I found these Tommy Hilfiger shorts. I don't know, they seem like they're a little bit bigger, but this abstract like brushstroke print is really cute. I try not to pick up shorts unless they're athletic shorts because they don't move quickly for me, but I think this pattern will stand out. These I'm confused about. So Prano does really well for me. These are extra large, but these, I don't like, are these men's? I don't really know how to tell with Prana. I have to look up the style. But when I first found them, I figured they were women's because they're like capris, but they seem very large. Like even for an extra large, these seem very large and wide at the top. So I'll have to see if anybody knows just by looking at them, which I doubt it, but let me know in the comments. I also found these Tommy Hilfiger mom jeans. So I used to have good luck with mom jeans. They were obviously like a hot ticket item. They were like super trendy last year, 2 years ago. Obviously everybody knew about the mom jean trend. So I don't pick them up as much anymore. I really don't pick them up at all anymore. But these ones are an exception because vintage Tommy is still, you know, on the trend list. And these ones have the Tommy logo at the belt area. So I think these ones will do well. I'll probably start them around $35. I also found these Theory khakis, which when I first saw, I thought they were men's, but the woman's is a size 8. So I know Theory doesn't do as well as it used to. So I'll have to see the comps on this. I don't expect to get anything crazy out of it. Maybe I'll list them for like $15 or $20. I found these Splendid yoga pants, which are, I don't know why anybody would get rid of these. These are in excellent condition. They're so soft. It's really hard not to keep these for myself. I don't know the comps on Splendid yoga pants, but these are something that I just couldn't leave behind. They're not anything super special because they're just blue, but they have this like rollover flap, which I like. I also found these 7 for All Mankind 8-pocket jeans. which I've sold this exact same pair before, but in a different size. So I think I sold them for $25, so I'll probably list these ones around the same price. I also found these Hudson jeans. So unfortunately, these ones have a little bit of pulling, but they're just a skinny black jean. Hudson jeans do well for me. These ones don't have anything crazy on them, like as far as any pocket details or anything. So I think I'll just list these around $25 to start. I also found this this Banana Republic leather handbag, which I actually am keeping for myself. So Banana Republic bags aren't anything super special that you should always pick up, but this one has got to be like 8 pounds of solid leather. It's in pretty good condition, with the most wear being to like the metal area. But I mean, the straps and everything, they're not cracking. So this was a good find for me. I think I paid like $5 for it. So that is my haul.